In this episode, we're going to be talking about our uni experiences and all of the stories that we couldn't tell back then, the degrees we chose at 18 and why we thought they made sense, the moments we thought were the end of the world but are actually hilarious now, the rules we broke and the house parties we definitely shouldn't have survived, and the way uni absolutely didn't prepare us for adult life. Wherever you are listening to this, we hope you enjoy.
Welcome back, guys,
We're
to
back.
Almost Wise. Today we have a very exciting episode, and it's the uni episode.
It's the uni diaries.
It's the uni diaries.
We realized we have wildly different uni experiences.
Such different uni
we
experiences.
all went to completely different unis. So
Yeah.
I studied here in Amsterdam.
I was in Newcastle in the UK.
And I went to South Carolina in the U.S.
South Carolina.
Yeehaw, go Cogs.
Yeehaw. Howdy.
It was the funnest experience ever, though.
I think as well for me, when I was like, I used to watch like Zoe 101. Do you know exactly what I
know
mean?
exactly.
Wait, I
love Zoe
have no
101.
idea.
Okay, Zoe 101 was this like American show.
Yeah.
And it was like on this campus. I don't think they were at uni, were
No,
they?
they were in high school. Yeah.
But in my head, that's what uni was.
That's so funny.
It is like for me when I was like applying to uni and everything, I went to school in Colombia, and then to my college counselor I was like, I want the most American experience possible. Like I wanted the least Colombian and most American
so funny.
movie experience possible, and that's exactly what I
you
got. Like it's just a southern school that is just so your typical American. There's sororities, there's fraternities, there's like tailgates,
That
like
would have
game
been my
days.
dream.
Oh my god, it was
Like,
The
actual
funny thing is,
dream.
I wanted nothing close to that. Like when I was picking my uni experience, I was like as far away from the American
I think in the
experience
UK,
as possible.
it's just like not even because it's so far from an option. Like you don't go abroad really to study uni.
Mm-hmm.
So in the UK, like that would have been like just the coolest thing in the world. Like if you'd have gone to a
Drove out
fucking
for a sec.
US uni,
You're cool.
you'd have been the shit coming home at Christmas.
yeah, I know I'm the shit.
Did it live up to your expectations?
Oh my god, it went like above and beyond. Like it
Really?
was.
Wow.
Nina was in a sorority.
I was in a sorority for the first year, and it was all just so fun. Like I cannot explain how like fun and crazy it all was. Like it feels like I was just in a movie for 4 years.
It
Like
honestly, like listening to Nina's stories, she tells us, I'm literally just like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Like tailgating.
I know.
Yeah, that is a
I
cool
need
part.
that.
And it was like just rowdy. Like just there was no rules, and everyone just wanted to like go as crazy as they could, which sounds so like bad in a way, but like you still study and everything, but like the amount of fun that was had was just so high. Also like the whole school knew that was the point of going to school there also. Like so then it was like there was all these activities planned, like all these artists would come. Like I remember this one time, I think we won, like it was my senior year or my like junior year or something, and like the male and female basketball team were like the highest in the country, because in the US like all these sports, like university sports, are like so intense and everyone follows them. And then I think the male and female team like won or something, or like the female team that night like got to the finale. Something happened that was insane. The whole school, like in the middle of the night, was like out on the streets in the fountains of the main plaza in the school, like in front of the library, the school. Like it was just like, it felt like a
movie.
weird movie. I
That's
was like,
crazy.
what is happening? It was, and like all the teachers,
It's
the
giving, like, Project
headmaster.
X.
It was literally like Project X. Like that's the fraternity parties were legitimately like Project X. Like just no rules, unlimited amounts of money, alcohol everywhere, and just everyone was just there to have fun and get
I feel like
drunk.
it's fun camp. If you go
It
to
was fun
uni in
camp.
the US, to me that's like fun camp.
Yeah.
Because your brother and Julia and both,
Yeah.
Nat's brother and sister both go
They
to Vermont, right?
they both went to uni in the US. So
Yeah.
from me growing up, because of going to international schools and it being an American system, it was kind of always not the goal, but our school would obviously push us to doing like the SATs and all that stuff that you have to do to get into uni in the US. So we were almost like conditioned to go there. But I just like, I to be fair, I thought I was going to go to the US until I think I hit 15. And then I was like, wait, I don't think I want this experience. I don't know why. I just was like, I love Europe so much. And I want to like stay.
At 15, she met Marcus.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, I was just gonna say.
could be that influenced my decision
it
as
was
well.
me, so my ex went to so in Newcastle there's two universities. There's Northumbria and then there's Newcastle. So my ex for his first year went to Northumbria. So I was like, I mean, the thing is, like, you just never know what you would have chosen had you not been with that partner.
Exactly.
That's my problem.
Wait, with a partner, you mean?
Because then obviously I chose to go to Newcastle.
Oh, because
So
he
in
was
the
going
same
there.
City. Well, again,
yeah,
not
yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
It was my favorite uni. Loved the course, loved the city, everything. But you just never know what you would have chosen.
Yeah.
Had like you talk a lot about maybe have gone to London.
Yeah, to be fair, I was more set on London, like the UK. So like it was always between the UK or the US. And as I mentioned in another episode, like me and Marcus had actually broken up during my last year of high school when I was and I had applied to US unis and I actually got in. I applied to Syracuse and I got in there and Syracuse.
Yeah.
Of course, she doesn't know any of the US unis. It's a whole different world. Let me tell you.
Where
it's
is
a
that?
uni like like outside of New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway, and when me and Marcus broke up, I still did not feel the urge to go to the US. So that like confirmed that for me.
I will say though, like if I had lived in Europe before,
You would have maybe.
I would have been hard for me to go to the US because like Europe is just so cool. Like I don't know, all I knew was the US, so I'm like, all I knew was I was gonna go to the US my whole life and that was that. But like I feel like now, well, it's like living here now, like living here now, I like, yes, I love the US, I would love to move back there because it's close to family, but like European cities are just so
much better.
cool
Yeah.
and so much better, like in a lot of ways just very different and in a lot of ways better also, in a lot of ways worse. But I would have also been like, maybe not. Like,
That's exactly why.
get
And I
that.
think the more, also, I visited my brother at his uni. I think that scarred me and like to the max
explain
confirmed.
your brother's university though.
So, well, my brother had the same kind of vibe though, like with the whole like. The thing is, I don't think they had sororities, that stuff, because that was banned in a few unis. But they had like their way around it, like other type like soccer clubs, and like then it would be more sport related, or I don't know, just like club related. And he in his last year lived in a house with all his like closest friends, and we came for his graduation, so my parents were also there and helping him move out and everything. And the moment my parents stepped into his room, he's gonna be so annoyed that I say this, but my parents like looked at each other and looked at me. It's like reeked with beer. Like it was like because they had carpeted grounds, and I guess they like just threw a lot of parties and
Well,
like
it's a boy house.
Exactly,
It's like a
it's a
frat
boy
house.
house.
It's like the worst thing on the planet.
yeah, exactly. So I had to stay there, and the whole time I was literally like covered in my hoodie, like sleeping on his bed, being like, I'm gonna, I don't know. And it just confirmed it to me.
So many funny, like, because when I went to uni, the first year you live with like 5 people that you don't know. So you're just put in a room, in a flat with 5 people you don't know, or however many people.
Is it like an apartment or
It's
a
like-
house where all the apartments are for uni
Yeah,
students?
so it's like a big high rise, and it's all student accommodation.
Okay.
So as well, when I went to uni, it was COVID year. So I went to uni in 2020, and within 2 weeks, the entire high rise had COVID.
That's actually insane. But that sums up a uni experience.
That sums up uni. But we would literally like, there would be £1,000 fines for each person if you got caught at a party. And so obviously we still went to parties, but we would have to like hide in the toilets. Yeah. Because the inspector would like come in and we'd have to hide in the toilets and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
And like the people I was living with, like they're super nice and everything, but they were so messy and I just could not deal with that.
Oh my god, no, I don't know
That's
how
the worst
that's
experience.
That is the worst
I would have not been able to. I lived alone my first year. But to be fair, that's a very normal thing, I would say, in a European, well, like a, EU country experience.
Or also maybe like a bigger city.
Or yeah, because I think in
experience.
London you can also live alone. You just have your little dorm. That's kind of the situation.
In my high-rise one, there was studio apartments.
Yeah.
But only like the kind of international students would get those. Like, no, you wouldn't have chosen to do a high-rise.
Okay.
Because for us, like the whole point is that the people you live with are meant to become like your best friends.
Yeah.
And like obviously for me that had to happen later on.
Yeah.
But like my second year, I lived with Emily and then I lived with 2 boys. The boys shared this,
Emily's her best friend,
Emily's
by the way.
my best friend, sorry. The boys shared this bathroom, and when I tell you, it was so disgusting that we would step out of our rooms upstairs and we would be able to smell if the door was open.
That's gross.
So you lived with
boys?
I lived with, so the first year I lived with 3 boys, 3 girls.
Yeah.
And then the second year I lived with 2 boys and me and Emily. And then my third year, I had a girl house. And it was nice.
that.
And then I lived with my best friend.
But I
We're
think
all
that's
best
so,
friends to
it's
this
so
day.
fun in uni. Like in the US, it was the same. The first year, you're kind of like, well, in my university, like you're kind of set into these dorms and you live with people.
Yeah.
And I lived with one girl in my same room, and then we shared a bathroom with like 2 other girls.
Did you have the big high beds and everything?
Yeah.
No,
That's so
Wait, I
fun.
need to show you guys pictures of
Yeah,
my
your
dorm.
dorm. I want to
So
see your
funny.
dorm.
It was so.
honestly, my favorite time of the year is like rush talk.
Oh,
When
yeah.
everyone
Oh my
goes
gosh,
back to
yeah.
uni and everyone's like, "This is a morning in my life
Yeah.
in a sorority."
Or
And
even,
it's
like,
them with their,
even-
like all their huge cubby packs.
Oh,
and, like,
I wish I had
pictures and
vlogged
everything.
that.
Or
I-
you should have, or the videos of people decorating their dorms in the US, because it's like the
It was the
shabbiest,
whole-
like the shabbiest rooms, and then
Guys,
you just like turn it into something
I used to watch it
wonderful.
on YouTube.
You would literally
Same.
put like so many things. Like it was such a big thing to like put pictures up and like a little collage. And this is actually such a funny story. I put all these pictures because I was dating one of my exes at that time, and I put all these pictures up of like my family and like this guy that I was with, and like he was my whole life. You guys know. Then when I found out that he cheated on me, my like dorm friends basically I became bestest friends with everyone in my floor. So like I was rooming with it was 4 girls, but like there was also like apartments that had boys, right? But no one, like it wasn't like a mixed living. It was just everyone was in the same floor. We were all besties, and like these guys in this floor were like so protective over me because we were just like all like little kids being best friends in uni, whatever. They had met this guy also and like really liked him, and we were all friends anyways. When I found out, they saw me in the fucking shambles. Like they saw me go through it because I was in so much pain. They came in and with a marker like cross out this guy's face.
That's so funny.
Because I was like, I don't want to take the pictures down because I was in denial. And they like came in and like they came in and ruined all my little collage. And I was like, you ruined my dorm. They're like, he's gone. It's in the past. It's in the past. But you would put up like that. You would put up like all like little like Pinterest looking little boards and
Yeah.
like the
That's
little
so funny.
string hanging with like the clips.
Oh my
and
God,
then you
with
would
the
clip
lights,
the lights and clip the photos.
I've seen that.
Oh, it was so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys pictures.
Yeah,
we
I
have
wanna see that.
I feel like I always was so jealous because I found it really hard to make friends when I
Yeah.
first went to uni. And because I like went, obviously I didn't go with my ex, but so my ex, he went to Northumbria. And then when he found out I was going to Newcastle, he was like, wait, I want to go to Newcastle because Newcastle is technically the better uni. So he then transferred to Newcastle, started again. Because I found my student accommodation, I was like, yeah, I'm going to the student accommodation. Where did he find his student accommodation? In the same fucking building. He was 2 floors above me. And he is like the best. He makes friends so easily.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like superficial. They're not best friends. But he made so many friends so quickly. And I was so, like, jealous and upset that I couldn't make friends. And I, like, tried to make friends. Like, I had this group of girlfriends. Like, looking back, you think, oh, my God. Like, what was I doing?
That's so cute.
But in my head, I was like, I just need friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, I will just be friends with anyone. And then we got to Halloween. So we obviously start uni in like September. It got to Halloween and they were all doing like this Halloween plan and they didn't invite me.
No.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
so
being
upsetting.
so sad.
That's really sad.
And I remember being like, oh, like I can get a ticket. And they were like, oh, no, I think it's all sold out. Like, yeah.
Bitches.
Wow.
I know.
I would've
Crazy.
been like,
And
you're
me and
done.
my ex still, we do laugh. Like,
Yeah.
that we're like, oh, imagine if I had been friends with them. Like,
Oh.
But I feel like at the beginning of uni, for me as well, all you do is like latch onto at least for me, I latched onto the first person. Worst, like, oh my gosh, I literally forget about her. But like, she like, oh my God, made my uni experience so much worse because she was German. Actually, this is where my German hate started coming from. No, but it's a joke that I'm German, and then I always joke that I have met other Germans and just not been able to click with them. But it depends on what kind of German you are. But she was from the north of Germany, and I'm from the south, where the cool part is. And she was just like the classic German, like very just not controlling, but she always wanted to, like, you know, obviously I am on time, but not like to her
That's-
extent.
She is never on
So
time. Me neither.
bad.
Me neither. So.
And
being
yeah,
on time.
exactly. But anyway, I obviously was also with Marcus, and he was studying in a different city in Delft, and so I'd obviously want to go see him on the weekend. And she would be like, oh, you're gonna see your boyfriend, like just make me feel so bad about it. And I was just like, shit, I need to get rid of this girl. And then I did in the end, but it took a long time. But then I also met like one girl in my second year, and I've stuck, like she was my only friend basically through uni. But the thing is, like, because my uni experience was not fun, you know, like it was fun, but like it wasn't about fun, it was about the studying. So like that was the whole, like every month I had 2 exams, and it would be like a whole crunch time. Like everyone was just like, okay, focus, 2 exams, have 1 weekend off, and then do it all over again. So it was like, of course, in my first year, it was before COVID hit. I started literally the year before you. So like COVID happened in my first year of uni. So I was like part of this friend group that I met during intro week, which is like kind of like freshers week, I guess, as well. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to stick with them because I guess they're like good enough, you know? And we went out one night and then ended up at a tattoo parlor. And they like were all like, let's get the 3 X's like for Amsterdam, like XXX. And you know me, first of all, I don't have any tattoos.
That's
it's just
so
like
anti-tattoo.
just not
She
my
hates
thing.
needles. So
And
that's
and I hate mainly for the needle part. And I was like, oh my God. And they were all like drunk. Like I was definitely a bit tipsy as well. And all I could think about is my mom being like, you're never getting a tattoo. Like don't ever do that. And obviously I had no urge to do it, but literally almost every person in that group got that tattoo. That's in that moment I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I here?
These are not my people.
But yeah, these are not my people. But yeah, that was my whole experience. Also, we haven't talked about what we actually studied.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
I did biomedical engineering.
I did linguistics.
And I did psychology.
Yeah.
It's so weird. So like kind of far from what we do.
Yeah, literally.
So, and that led us to this moment recording this podcast.
Yeah, which is so funny because I
we
feel
talked-
like
sorry, I was gonna say we talked about it in like another episode. If you guys listen to it, about like just picking this major when you're 18, like this career when you're 18. But like for example, like my uni was very fun, but like my major was really hard. So like I was always in between, like having them, like I just always wanted to have fun, but like I knew I needed to study hard and like get really good grades because I've always been like a good student. And I also would always befriend like the international students. So like the first year, all my friends were American, and like that was really fun, but like I just didn't really click with a lot of people like fully. And then the beginning of second year, I met like my closest friends, and they were all in the international school. Which meant they were there on like a little, how do you say it? Like exchange. So like they would go for like 6 months or maybe a year max, and then they would go back. So like literally they were there actually just to party. So like I wanted to go out with all these people all the time. They had no they did not give a shit about studying because they were there for fun. But I was like in that world, but I did still have to study. So like it was kind of like a back and forth of like, shit, I really need to get good grades. Like my dad, like I was like, he will kill me. He will murder me if I don't get good grades.
You like one of my other best friends, Robin, she will always say this, but I was so freaking uptight at uni because I was like, so obviously my first year and stuff like was COVID, so you actually just couldn't go out. And then in my second year, that was when I was like fully starting to do social media, and I also was working this like job like 30 hours a week. So like whilst technically that's part-time, I was still like I had to get up. I was working like 6 hours a day at this job, then doing social media and then doing uni as well. So in my head I was just like, I just can't party, like I just have to work. And like obviously I'm so glad that how everything happened and everything just worked out the way it's meant to, because I can live this life now. But at the time I was like, literally Emily would be, because me and Emily lived opposite, like her room was like next to mine, so I'd go in at like 10 and be like, oh, you're still sleeping, are you?
you're actually the worst.
That
is so Bella
so
Core.
you, so decoded. I was awful though, and I was just so uptight. And I think as well because I had a boyfriend the whole time at uni.
Wow.
I know, literally.
Yeah.
And we broke up in the May, and I finished uni. I'd already finished uni, I think, then. Like literally then.
That's
so
crazy.
I think I was just like not interested in, obviously like, you know, partying is different. You don't just go out to meet guys and stuff. But I just wasn't into like.
Oh my God, I just realized you both
Went through
were
uni.
always
Yes.
dating your boyfriends.
Through uni.
That explains a lot. Okay. That explains. I don't know. That
I
never
had a
clicked in my
crazy
head.
single summer after uni. That was like my summer.
Oh
that I
my
like had my
God.
4
But yeah,
years worth of uni.
it
Oh
changes
my
summer.
the experience, I think, so much if
Oh
you
my
have
God,
a
of
boyfriend
course.
through uni.
I literally like, again, freshman year, first semester, found out the man that I loved forever had cheated on me. We broke up, and then literally perfect timing. Then I was crazy for 4 years straight after that.
But I feel
was
like,
on my vengeance era.
I feel like if you're going to a US uni, it's like a wasted potential if you're in a relationship. In
So
my head,
true.
so like, you,
oh
like,
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like also like I also like dated this guy while I was on uni, and like it was fun because they were also in the same party uni
Yeah.
vibe. Like not that my whole uni revolved around partying, but we did. It was every single day, especially freshman year. Like we went out every single day of the week, except I think like Sundays. Like every single day
that's
there would be
crazy.
something to
I
do.
do wish I could relive it.
And you're like,
do it
yeah, you're
differently.
like, you do have this pressure. I did have a very easy time making friends. I think I've always been very good at making friends really fast.
As
but like,
opposed to me.
as opposed to Bells, who's a loser. But
Uptight twat.
but like freshman year, you are, I think again, because like I was only going out with like Americans, I think I was still trying to find who I was clicking with, and I like 100% became like a different person because I was trying to fit into this mold of like the American life, and I was in a sorority, and like all these sorority girls were like a very specific type of girl, and I thought I needed to do certain things and act certain ways to like be cool, but that included going out every day of the week, and I was like
That's
living for it.
actually
It
so
was
insane.
so fun. But that makes a lot of sense because okay, so it wasn't that I was just crazy. It's just
Yeah,
I
it's
was
just-
single.
You're
We were
single.
losers.
Okay, you were losers.
We were losers
exactly.
in relationships.
Yeah.
I do sometimes think I'm like, I so should have broken up with him way earlier. Imagine me having a single uni life. That'd have been so fun.
How was your guys' like going out? I guess because you Nat was in Amsterdam, so like
Yeah.
it was the same going out scene as it is now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
except like obviously you go to more like trashy places as a uni
Okay.
student.
When
Like
the lights
there-
Where would you go?
Like
Like, what
Disco
areas?
Dolly,
Hot shots.
which does not exist anymore. And then also, oh my God, I literally forget the name of the bar, but there's this one particular bar. If you go to uni in Amsterdam, you will know at Leidseplein,
Yeah.
like that one little square. And then just like, yeah, to be fair, like obviously you're a uni student, so you need to like be smart with your money.
yeah.
So the experience would always be like really trashy, which I don't know. To me, I'm like, that's fun every once in a while,
Yeah.
but it's just not something, you know, you want to keep doing. I don't
Yeah.
know. So I
In
was just like,
Newcastle, we had, so again, you know, I was like, Newcastle's probably one of the cheapest places you can go to uni in the UK. Like, it's just so far up north that things cost next to nothing. And we had this thing. So you would get, they're called trebs, and you would get 3 trebs, and they would be £6. And a treb is like a triple shot of vodka and then like a splash of a mixer.
Yeah.
And we used, it actually makes me feel sick to talk
That
about
makes me
because
feel sick.
the amount of times I threw up on this.
oh my gosh.
But you'd get like blue raspberry mixer. So you'd have like 3 triple vodka with blue raspberry mixer.
Low-key blue raspberry vodka was my favorite.
No, it was shit. It was like the worst vodka.
Yeah.
No,
Shit.
no, but like plain vodka.
Yeah.
But blue
and
raspberry
then the
mixer.
yeah.
And then we would be like, oh, like, should we just get a trebs each and then share one? And you'd be stood there on the dance floor with like 4 drinks in your hand, like sipping it and stuff. And it was just disgusting.
Yeah, but that was exactly my
Yeah.
experience. There would
So
also it'd also
Yeah,
be
same,
like
actually.
get 2 drinks, get what was it, 2 for 1
Yeah.
before midnight.
Yeah.
So every time you would go back to the bar, you'd be like another 2,
We
you
used
know,
to
and
have-
then you would
we used to have
stand there
2 for
and just like
Tuesdays.
stand there with your 2 freaking drinks. So ridiculous
But it's so
looking
funny
back on
because I
it.
feel like I guess that is very similar everywhere. Like
Yeah.
I guess unless you obviously go to like a super expensive school in a super expensive city, like we were the same. Like we would go out to bars. And I've told you guys there was this like little area in like Columbia, South Carolina, where my uni was, that was called 5 Points, because there was this fountain in the middle, and then there was 5 streets basically, and it was packed with bars every street, bars and like clubs, but like they were not really clubs, they were just shitty bars with like lights and like a little bit more like dancey techno music. But the same thing, you would have like all these different discounts on like Monday, it was like Thirsty Thursdays, and like
2 for
two for
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, things like that.
We
And,
had
like,
Tipsy Thursday.
yeah, it was so fun though. Me and my best friend Courtney, who you guys know, she's like my uni best friend. She was actually my little in my sorority.
What?
Which I don't know if you guys.
no way.
Wait,
that's
but
how we met.
She's younger than you?
No, she just
Oh.
rushed on her second year of uni.
Okay.
But that's how we met. And when we met,
No
we were like, what the
way.
fuck are we doing in this sorority? This is a waste of our time and money. And we quit at the same time. We literally like did like a little letter. I think we had the same letter. We just, because you had to like do a resign. You have to resign
is
from it
so
with a formal
intense.
letter. We sent the same letter and we were like,
Peace out.
peace out. Like, I'm literally so gone. But we would like buy this blue raspberry vodka, which I forget the brand, and we would literally just put it in water bottle, just straight in a water bottle, and we would take it out to like our pre-games and stuff, and we would get so drunk of it to the point where we'd be like, we're too drunk to go out, and we'd just make ourselves
we
throw
were
up
always,
and then
like,
keep going.
When we preed, this is how. So obviously in Newcastle as well, it was freezing cold. Like in Newcastle, it's known for like girls with crazy hair extensions, huge lip filler, like the darkest fake tan, the tiniest dresses and heels in the middle of winter.
You guys should see the pictures Belle has shown us of her.
That was a few years ago. That
Yeah.
wasn't even that many years ago.
No,
but
it wasn't
so
that many
true.
years ago. But we used to. Our thing is at our prees, we would have to get so, because no one ever wore a coat either, and you would always walk to the club. So we used to have to get so drunk that on our walk there we weren't cold. That was how you knew you'd got a good level of drunk, was because you weren't cold on the walk there.
a hoe never gets cold.
A whole never
That's
gets
true.
cold. Well, it's a beer jacket. That's what we call it.
It's a beer jacket.
Well, not that I was drinking beer.
Yeah,
it was
but
a
going
good
out
thing.
was like, it was brutal. I don't even know how we like managed to do that. Like,
how our
it was
bodies managed to do
that's the point. And then we do it again the next day, and then again the next day, and like I was like, Courtney actually can't throw up. That's her thing. She like, her body
No way.
cannot, no matter what,
she
her
ever
body.
thrown up?
I think she has a few times, but like very, very, very rarely. She has this
Oh my
thing where she like
gosh.
cannot. And I was like, oh my God, I'm too drunk. I'm just gonna, I would go throw up on purpose.
I'm
and
like
then
her.
like,
I can't
Yeah.
do it on purpose. It has to like
Oh, I can
literally
do it on
come out of
purpose.
me.
yeah.
You know what it's called in
Yeah.
England?
What?
A tacky chan.
Oh, we talked
A
about
tactical
this.
chunder.
That's so fun.
But
That's
like
so
everyone
funny.
would do it. Like the amount, and it's crazy to think about that now. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? But obviously at that time you were like, this is so smart. Like, it's girl math. Like, I
Literally go
I'm
on
up here.
logic.
I need to go down to the middle to then have space to
then
go all the
continue.
way back up in my drunkenness. Yeah, it was horrible.
There's so many things though, I think. Like one of the big things I always talk to when people ask me like, oh, like, what do you think of uni? Should you go? Blah, blah. Because my cousin's now, he's 15.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to figure out whether he wants to go to uni and stuff. I just feel like uni is the best experience, not for studying or learning like about a degree or anything.
Yeah.
Just for the life experience. Like
Yeah.
the amount of times I had to like, I don't know, go into work hungover or go to uni hungover, but you have to force yourself to do it. And even just like learning to cook for yourself, learning to clean for yourself, learning to do your own laundry.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair, did you have to do that? Because in the US they have like food halls, right?
Well, but then like, so freshman year, you kind of barely have a kitchen. Like, you just have a little microwave, and in which I would always do mac and cheese, the little single serving.
Oh, I do love that.
So good.
I do love that.
Anyways, but then we would have food halls with like Chick-fil-A and like everything. So like freshman year there was no cooking, but then sophomore year and junior and senior, like we moved into apartments like this one, like huge,
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
apartments. So like and
do
I did learn how to cook. Also, like I never had to do my laundry growing up, or like clean, or like broom.
Nina
or
only learned
anything.
how to use a Hoover about a year ago.
I literally, it was so bad, but I literally got to my freshman year of uni, and I like had to clean my own clothes in the laundry. I had no idea what to buy for the laundry machine. What's so,
That's
I had no idea
insane.
what to press on the machine. Like, it was so
To
embarrassing.
be fair, that's me too, though. When I got to
Yeah.
uni, my mom showed me everything. Like, she came with me and was like, "This is what you buy. This is what you click." Yeah,
Yeah, thank God. I
know.
I needed to ask my friends. I was like, I'm like a stuck. I
I'm
look
a poor
so
girl
bad.
from Colombia who has no idea how to
didn't
do
have
this.
a washing machine.
I did have a washing
Just had
machine.
someone do
guys.
it
Just,
for
just to
her.
clarify, I just never had to do it myself. But yeah,
She had
those
help.
things, those things like shape you, because like
Yeah.
you literally just learn how to be a grown up. Also, like in the US, no one drinks until you're 21. Technically,
Yeah.
the drinking age is 21. So a lot of people, and like a lot of parents are very strict with that. So like I started drinking when I was like 15. Like and then you learn how to drink, kind of. Not
You know,
that
I went sober at 15 for a year.
I did that too.
drinking
for
Because I
my
drank
exams.
too much. And every time, because my mum was like, well, my mum is very much like the consequences will
Yeah.
be natural to your actions. So I would go to a party at 14, 15, get absolutely rat-assed, throw up the whole night, and then the next morning obviously feel horrendous. And at 15, I went sober for a full year. Like, everyone was like, Bells, are you drinking tonight? I was like, no, you guys, you know, I'm sober. At 15.
That's crazy. But people don't, like, in the US, I guess a lot of people don't learn to drink when they're that young.
Yeah.
So like you get to uni,
People go
and
wild.
people were wild. I
Yeah.
think that's part of the like uni's a party thing in
Yeah.
the US, because like that's when people start with the like going out. And then it's not only you start drinking, because for us, like if we start drinking early, like when we're 14, 15, you still have to go home to your parents. So like you kind of learn to control yourself a little bit. In uni, there's legitimately no one to
one's-
control you. So
yeah.
you can just go as crazy as you want. There's no rules.
So
And
true.
then that's why it's so out of control there. Like but it was so fun. I always tell them, you guys, we need to do a trip to South Carolina.
I
to
know.
my
I would
school.
love to do that.
Intrigued.
Go to
I
a
can't
game
even
day.
like actually
I would
even
love that.
imagine what it's like.
It's so it
the
was
way
so
I would
beautiful.
integrate myself so immediately into that culture. I'd be
Bells
like,
would
oh my
think she's
god,
integrated.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Also, we wear cowboy boots and cowboy hats
Oh
to the tailgate.
my God,
I
the
love that.
dream.
Okay.
Tailgates are cowboy boots.
Sold. Let's go. Let's
we need
book
to do
that
a
trip.
tailgate. We need to do a game day. We need to go to
Watch
5
us pull up to like
Points.
your uni and be like, howdy
Hey,
guys, how's
howdy.
it going?
We're
back.
We'll be there like woohoo.
with Courtney. What do you think though?
Yeah.
Like then, I think uni then prepared us for all of like, I guess learning how to drink. What do you think it did not prepare you for in life though?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. I think in a weird way, I think because when I was at uni, everything was so cheap. It almost didn't prepare me for the real world of like how expensive things are in the real world. Because in my uni town, like things were a lot cheaper. And like, I think I didn't realize that actually life is really expensive, especially because I literally moved from Newcastle to Amsterdam, like from the cheapest to the most expensive, like living standards and everything. I think that's definitely one thing it didn't fully prepare me for, because I was good at budgeting, but you know, it was always like, oh, will it make ends meet?
Yeah.
We used to like have a £4 left to do a food shop with,
Yeah.
and you just make that work.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I think also for me, it's like actual life things that are important. Like I remember, like I graduated uni and then I started working at Zoom, and then we got stocks, for example, from the company, and like that maybe happens to a lot of people that and like join businesses like Zoom, and like I had never ever heard what a stock was ever.
Yeah,
like
until this
obviously I
year.
heard, but like I had no idea how to manage it, and like I had no idea how to like, I guess budget my own money, yes, because I learned that a little bit in school, but like doing your taxes, like all these things that maybe you do learn in like business school, or like maybe sometimes you learn through your parents. Like obviously I was in the US, my parents have no idea how to do that in the US and like, or like at all. So then I'm like, I was left literally to be like, wait, I need to be an adult and I actually have no idea what to do. And I like,
Literally my first year out of uni, I was already self-employed, so I had to do a full tax return. I had to like find an accountant to try and help me do a full tax return. And then even this year, like Geordie has had to teach me about stocks,
Investing.
and shares and investing.
Yeah.
Jordy sat Bells down one day
Yeah.
at dinner and he was like, okay, this is like investing
He
101.
took me through
Everything.
everything. And I literally, if it hadn't been for that, I would have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, where would you learn that? But for me, I feel like I very naturally I literally last year was my first year of being an adult.
Yeah.
Like because I
so
did
true.
because I did 2 masters because I loved my uni life so much that I didn't want it to stop. And so I feel like for me, like naturally, because when you do a master's, you are like basically kind
Older.
of more of an adult, or like not older, but just like because it's less of this like party experience. Like they're literally parents in your masters sometimes, you know, so it's not like you're surrounded by people who are like woo party, you know. So I feel like naturally that integrates you into adult life a lot. But yeah, other than that, it's kind of what you're saying, like all the practical adult things like the stocks or your taxes or whatever obviously are things that you get slapped in the face with, and then you're like, oh okay, I have to do this too.
I also feel like we never mentioned that we have such different uni timelines, because this is
So
like
true.
so we have a very big age gap, especially Bells and me. Like we have a 5-year age gap. Nat and I have a 4-year age gap. Mimi and I also have Mimi and Nat are the same age. But we have never really felt that age gap until we like
Talk
we're
about our
talking
uni
about
Uni
experience.
is one thing that we're like, this, because even
But only
when
because-
I moved in COVID, and I went to uni in COVID, you were already working.
Like we were talking about COVID one day, and Bells was like, "Oh yeah, like my freshman year of uni, like was during COVID," and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Like I was already like almost a full year out of uni when COVID started, and then like into my job, and that's when I was like, "Wait, what?" Like I always say, "Excuse
You
you're
just started your
a
uni experience when
child."
I finished my
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, but then like I think then that was like a very different experience for you guys versus me, because like you had all these like rules around like going out,
So
and like,
many
then that
rules.
also
To be fair,
affected that.
yeah,
probably.
I literally did online uni, so I literally
Yeah.
lived in Italy for a little bit, like during my
I was
uni
in a
experience.
box in Newcastle.
I went to
die.
Italy with
I
my
almost,
boyfriend.
as well. I almost didn't go back after Christmas.
That's crazy.
Like
I-
complete it, or what do you mean?
No, like my first year,
Yeah.
like you're there from September, and then that first Christmas, I was so miserable.
You didn't enjoy uni.
I hated it because we were all locked down. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
party. I couldn't make friends. Like I was so miserable that I was literally just like, I don't want to go back.
I mean, yeah.
But like you weren't gonna go back and do it, and you were gonna do it online,
I
or
was
like you
gonna
just gonna stop going
quit.
to uni.
The thing
I was
is,
gonna
quit. Oh my God.
I always find this so interesting because even how you said like your cousin's deciding to go to uni, I get that everyone like has a different experience, but I guess for us like that was always a no-brainer. Like it was
no-brainer.
always like set out, you're gonna
You
go to
have to
uni
go.
and you're gonna finish
Yeah.
like that, and then figure out after that. You know, it was
Yeah.
like never like, should I go somewhere else or do something else, or should
Yeah.
I
Do an
you know?
internship or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was never. I mean, I did, for example, I did internships in between
course,
all
but
the
not,
uni,
like,
but it was
get a
never.
job.
And like, for example, doing a gap year wasn't an option. Like a lot of my friends in Colombia would do gap years in Europe. Like I'm gonna go study like French, like Gabi. Like right, you're gonna go to Paris at 18 just learn French. But anyways, literally a lot of people do that. I was like, my dad was like, absolutely not. I didn't even ask. Like I didn't. It didn't
It wasn't
even
even
cross
yeah.
my mind.
I feel like we all agree though that we are very happy with the decision we made.
Oh
To like go to
Oh my
uni
God, yeah.
and
I
like,
don't think I would change anything.
No.
Either.
Even though maybe I didn't have like the crazy uni experience.
Yeah.
Like I think I was quite mellow, like compared to you
Yeah.
in my uni years. But looking back at it, I was so happy in the moment.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I was more proud. For me, it was more like proud that I was like becoming an adult. Like
Yeah.
that's why I
Yes.
think I was like more like serious. But like I was like, yes, I'm like in my serious era. Like I'm working for my future. You know, like that's kind of the mindset I had. So I don't think I would.
child for every
Well.
parent. Your parents are gonna be like, "That's my daughter." My dad and my mom are gonna be like, "Karina,
Karina.
shut up." Like, I was so unserious in college; it like hurts.
But I feel like you had to be like
Yeah,
in the
it was
US
part of-
experience. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing there if you're not? Like, that's why I
Yeah.
think if I would have gone to the US,
Yeah.
I probably would have had a similar experience.
Like I was
So,
talking
yeah.
about this to my dad recently. Like we were with some of his friends, and he's like, "You just had to go. She had to go through those moments to get to where she is now. Like you just have to live it. You
So
have to live
true.
through it,
You
and then
do. Yeah.
you go." I'm like, "Yeah, I did have to go through it.
Yeah,
and
some
then
more than others, and then that's
I have to squeeze
Yeah.
that out of me, and now look at me, I'm a
you're
grandma."
the best, amazing, perfect daughter ever.
perfect.
I've
You don't
always
do
been a
anything.
perfect
I
daughter.
mean, yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, now you're like even more. Just you don't do any crazy stuff.
Actually,
You actually don't.
No,
I literally
but
went
she's
out.
also old.
Kylie, stop it.
We literally went out last week and we're like, let's go on a little boogie, just like a little one. And Karina's like, I'm going home to my husband, my soon
They
to
were
be
like,
husband.
we were at this Amsterdam girlies event, and then they were like, "Oh, we want to go out to this bar and the pipe and like do a little dance," which you guys say a little boogie.
Yeah.
And I was like, she was like, and Bells was like, "I know you're not gonna
I
want
was
to
like,
come.
I know you're not going to come, but I'm just going to invite you so
But-
you know you've been invited.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna go home to my dog and my future husband. That's all I want to do is sit on my
we're
couch
like,
and
Makes
watch
me
him.
sick to my stomach.
You're just jealous, okay? You're just
I have
jealous.
a husband now, so I don't need to be
Anyways.
jealous.
But yeah,
We love you guys. We're gonna end it here.
Yes.
And I hope this was kind of fun for you guys to listen to if you're going into
I know.
uni.
I feel like it's a different perspective on us as well.
yeah. Enjoy the process because it is over before you know it. Not
Yeah.
to sound
Oh my
cliche,
God.
but it goes like
I've been
this.
saying that to my sister for the last 3 years. I'm like, please. make
I
the
know,
most
me
of
too,
it.
because I still have a sister who's going through it, and you're gonna have siblings that go through it
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah,
it's
my
gonna
brother's
be
going
nice.
into uni soon. but enjoy it. But also, if you're finishing uni, life after uni, when you're an adult,
Oh my
you're
God.
making your own
Gets
money.
so
It's
much
so
better.
cool.
much better.
It's so much better. So just
Yeah.
enjoy it while it
Enjoy.
lasts.
Every stage is amazing.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you're in it. Don't wish for the future.
We love you guys. See you soon. Bye.